Hello, I'm Mark. Welcome to the Toy Room, and this is my oldest brother, Bill.
Hello, everybody.
Do you remember what was going on with this one?
No, but we went over to the Andersons on Christmas Eve, and
I remember doing that a lot, and it was kind of frustrating for me because
they got their toys.
you get to see them open it up, and you got nothing. So
Right.
what kind of joy is that, to go to somebody else's house and watch them open up their gifts, their Fort Apache or whatever, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, what else did they get? Hello, welcome to the Toy Room. This isn't really the Toy Room, no, this is really my living room, but we have a little more room, and this is my oldest brother, Bill, and he was nice enough to come over on a Saturday morning. Say hello, Bill, to the Toy Room audience. And he's over to talk about his rod hockey game, which he brought his original one here, and the box is pretty beat and taped up. And we were talking about this earlier, that the box was apparently from Montgomery Ward's, and there's the label on it, and it has Schussler, and it says Montgomery Ward's on it, and that's the old box. And you were saying you remember getting this on Christmas morning then, so
I did.
yeah, and you had asked Santa for that, is that right?
Yep, we used to do our shopping in the Christmas catalog, and
Oh, did you see this in the Christmas catalog?
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's always handy to have a Ward's cat. Weren't those great catalogs?
Oh, it was great, yeah.
Because you'd look through them and there were just like all these great things you could get, and that
Yeah.
must have captured your attention. And so then in 1954, Eagle Toys made the rod hockey game that you have, where the players were the two-dimensional players like this that would spin around on the knobs there.
Yeah.
And as we were discussing, there was at that time there were just the 6 teams, the NHL, and this was, as you mentioned, was endorsed by the NHL, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, and you told me that a neighbor got a rod hockey game that
Yes.
same Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But his wasn't NHL endorsed as far as I remember.
Well,
This is the one and only.
that's the one, and that's the better one to have. And tell me too, and you know, one of the selling points on this seems to be that it's electric hockey. So tell me about the electric hockey aspect of this, and how does that work exactly?
Well, that was a little misleading, you know, it says electric hockey in the catalog, but
Yeah, so you're expecting something.
something really exciting.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what would make it if the players actually moved on their own or something. You know, I can't imagine. But you know, electric football actually was more sort of
Right.
electric, if you remember that, where they vibrated and the
They
players moved
vibrated,
across
yeah.
the board. But with my game, I got the little posts.
That's right.
Did yours look like this?
They did. The bulbs are painted red, and when you'd make a goal, the light would light up.
So that was
Sometimes.
sometimes. So that was the extent of the electric aspect of the
That's
game, right? And the rest of the game worked. Maybe you can tell them. And we were talking about. I had the original knobs on that one, and what happened to your knobs?
On the end of the rods that you manipulate, there were some rubber grips on there, and we wore ours out right away.
Oh, you played the game a lot then, huh?
But
Yeah.
fortunately, the game came with a parts catalog, and you could order spare parts.
Well, that's
So I ordered some new knobs.
and they were of a different design than
They were
that.
a different
Those-
design, and they held up better.
Yeah, those seem to be kind of a softer thing that
Soft
rotted
rubber.
away. And I know the ones you had on your game were like a hard white
Hard plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember from that. And my pieces that I got, and we were looking through this, one of the things I got with this, which is kind of cool, like a little bag from Eagle Toys, and this says Montreal Canadiens on it. I'm assuming that when they came, the players maybe came in a little bag.
I'm thinking these flags maybe came.
Oh, maybe the flags. So we discussed these. My game had these 6 pennants for the 6 teams, and you were telling me that what you did with those, there was a scoreboard over the top of the game,
Yep.
and
I think there's slots that these just drop down into.
Oh, okay, and they would be part of the scoreboard thing over the game itself then,
Right.
The way the players are, there's the two goalies, and then all the other players are the same. There's the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Those are the two players that they had. And which one of these guys do you think is more handsome?
Depends on whether you like people with dark hair or blonde hair, I guess.
Well, okay, there you go. I know you said when you came in, what did you recognize here?
Right away I saw these boards here, the penalty bench, and you use those. There's slots in the table. You slide these down in the slots, and it keeps one of the defensemen from
Moving forward, so
Moving
they're
forward.
in the penalty box there.
Yep.
So the reason that somebody would need to go into the penalty box, I'm sure there can't be high sticking and such in a game like this. So what would be the reason you would put somebody in the penalty box?
I really don't recall, but maybe it was shooting the puck off the
Ice, and
Yeah.
and you would have and I don't know if it said anything in the rule book about. Did you guys ever use that feature? I was fascinated kind of by the look of the penalty bench, and I
Yes,
like.
yes.
You actually used it
Yes.
that's for any specified length of time, or you just.
I don't remember how we kept it. Maybe
Track
till you
it.
got the next goal.
Oh, that could be. Yeah,
I
that
don't
sort of
remember.
makes sense. And something my game came, and I don't know if we mentioned this, but we have a picture here that we were looking at earlier, and you got it in 1960 for Christmas that year. That would be the year. And mine came with the official rule book here, and there's a few illustrations here, as you see, for tripping. I mentioned high sticking early, slashing. See, I forgot what charging, cross-checking, elbowing. But these are the actual rules. Here's some more here, icing, misconduct, that's a bad penalty there. That's a reason to put somebody in the penalty box.
Yeah, I don't know how you could misconduct one of these guys.
That's right. So this is the official rule book of the
NHL.
NHL, 1960, adopted June 8th, 1959. So I think you can order some hockey magazine here on the back too, so that would be neat. And you brought your original game over here, as I mentioned. So you can see that Bill's original game, I would say that it's got a lot of mildew.
Uh-oh. It's falling apart here.
It's falling apart as we speak. And I see there's a little masking tape. Oh, this is the bum one. This looks like that goalie is bummed out too, isn't he?
He certainly is.
And
there is a puck.
you got a puck.
You see how worn that one is? That game is.
This has been used because around the pucks that I have on the game I ordered, they're still black around the side, but this is the bare wood. They worked this down to the bare wood. And it has looks like one of the original rubber bands down here, and then a jury-rigged regular rubber bands on the other side. I'd say at this point, the game I have is probably more playable. What do you think?
Perhaps.
This one it's a little rough. If you were grading toys, I don't know how this one would grade out.
Earlier we were mentioning the slots in the scoreboard.
Oh yeah,
It goes
yeah.
over
Oh, the
the
flag. That's interesting. So we got the flags, and at least we can show how these would go in like this then, right?
Yep.
And we'll just stick in a couple there for demonstration. So I didn't really know. Oh, that makes sense.
There's the spinner that says how
Oh, that's the
the penalty spinner.
Oh, so this would tell you how long you had to be in the penalty box then, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so there was a time determination. We were talking about penalties earlier there. So, that's pretty neat. Well, at least we saw what's left to the...
The other two flags go in there.
There it goes. That's how it goes. Right?
There.
Now you got it with all the banners on there. And we'll just say that this was not broken, and it looks together now. So there you see it in all its glory. Flags are waving. Woo!
Well, let's do a face-off here.
Now, do you remember doing this here? Because this is how we...
No, you put it in the middle.
Well, here, I thought we went like that.
You drop it.
Or should we just set it down? Or?
Set it down and then say go, or somebody says go, or,
Okay, but we have to be on opposite sides, right? Like that, right?
yeah.
Okay. Count of 3, maybe?
Sure, why not?
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Oh, I'm in the penalty box. Push it out. Now it's mine. Oh. Oh, you're better at this than I thought.
Hey! Big score. Yeah, you hit the thing here to get out the puck, right?
Yep.
Shoot. Go over. Shoot. Oh.
Uh-oh, there's a penalty, man.
Yeah, that could be a penalty, but we'll just take it from this one.
Oh. Okay,
Kind of lost track of it
I
there.
can't let you get that.
See how I'm doing this with the defenseman and the
I
goalie?
see.
What play? That's professional play right there, isn't it?
Yeah, but then I have to go around the other side.
Well, yeah, you could pass it off. Oh,
Oh, wrong guy. Oh, almost. Oh, no, you don't.
that's a good shot. Oh,
You gave him.
whoa! One each. One each.
You did it yourself.
Did I? I don't think so. That
The
was shut.
goalie knocked it in.
Oh, I didn't see. What, did I pull back? I didn't
Yeah.
see that, huh? Bummer. Thanks for stopping by the toy room today, and I especially want to thank my brother Bill for stopping by.
Glad to do it, Mark. I really had a good time. That game was fun to play, and it still is.
Thanks, Bill. I enjoyed it too. Okay, this is, just say something through the mic.
Well, let's try this again, and hopefully it'll work without the cat ruining the microphone again, huh?
Right.